Who does Santa call when a sleigh breaks down? The abominable tow man. Welcome to Comic Book Editions Volume 267. In today's video, I have a huge Marvel key that I've just added into my collection, a book I wasn't even chasing, and I'll share that with you today. The big grand prize is going to be revealed for my 1,000 subscriber celebration, which is coming up in January. You'll get to find out what that is in today's video. I have a new omnibus. That's one of many things in an Ollie's haul that I'm going to share. But I want to get started today with a DC Comics blind bag. I was at Walmart perusing the holiday section and I saw these and I thought, oh, that's so cool. And I actually didn't buy one instantly, which is surprising. But when payday rolled around, I rolled back over and picked up one. Only one so far. Who's it going to be? Our options are The Flash, Joker, Wonder Woman, Batman, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Superman, and Supergirl. I really like all of the characters, but my gut instinct when I was picking out of the box, and the box was pretty much full, I said, this one's the Wonder Woman one. I can just feel it. It's the Wonder Woman one. So that's going to be my prediction. Let's open it up right now and see if I'm correct. And it is Batman. It's cool, though. I do like the Batman one. I actually like all of the figures. So the search for the Wonder Woman is on. I did mention these in a group chat where I work because we have a Secret Santa event that's coming up in a few days. And I mentioned if my Secret Santa was looking for something for me for the holidays, that this might not be a bad option. So we'll see if Secret Santa picked up on that hint that I threw down. And I'm supposed to act like I don't know who my Secret Santa at work is. It is totally Anthony. 100% Anthony has my name for Secret Santa. So, we'll see. But I might, if Anthony does not get me any of these for Secret Santa, or if I don't get any more for Christmas, I might wait till the day after Christmas and then see if I can pick some up when they're half off. So, that might be the game plan. I actually wouldn't mind getting the full set. I have to have the Wonder Woman. That's a for sure. The Batgirl is my second favorite. Then I like Supergirl and The Flash. So, but we got this kicked off with a Batman today in this blind bag opening. Cool. Let's turn our attention over to Ollie's. I'm going to show you some things that I picked up at different times at Ollie's. I love having an Ollie's so close by. It's like 1.5 miles away from me. And I go in, I've noticed on Fridays are the days when they seem to have restocked their inventory, at least when it comes to the book section. And I walked in one Friday, and this was there. I saw it across the room on the shelf, and I'm like, oh, heck yes, I am getting this. This is the X-Men Omnibus, volume number 2. This was a new edition that was done in 2022. And it's pretty lengthy, 920 pages is where it clocks in. We got the new costumes, we got the new thrills, of course the cover taken from X-Men issue number 39, originally published in 1967. I'm not sure why they had a different artist come in and redraw this and recolor this. Is that cheaper than just, I guess, licensing out the original cover? It must be. Because I've noticed they've done that with some other omnibuses covers as well. But at least it accurately represents the material that you're getting inside of the omnibus. I don't like omnis that have cover art and what you're getting on the inside doesn't match what the cover looks like. This omnibus, I guess you could kind of call it as the precursor, the prequel to the Chris Claremont Uncanny X-Men omnibuses, because this covers X-Men Volume 1 from 1963, issues 32 through 66. And then after 66, they went into reprints from 67 through 93. It also has Avengers Volume 1, issue 53, Kazar, or Kazar if you pronounce it that way, issues number 2 and 3, Marvel Tales, issue number 30, and then it has material from No Brand Etch, issues 4 and 8, included on this omnibus. I have some of these individual issues, maybe about a dozen or so, that are included inside, and I would love to have the original collection of all of these individual issues, as most collectors would. But until that happens, this to me is a good way to have the books, be able to enjoy them. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of the omnibus format. It doesn't bother me. So I'm happy to add this one into the collection. They only had 2 of them, and I bought both of them. The other one I picked up for a friend, and I got to get that in the mail to him before he gets upset with me. Also, at some other Ollie's experience shopping that I did, included another Absolute. This is Absolute Infinite Crisis. This was released in December of 2023. Of course, the Absolute Crisis, the Infinite Crisis originally was published in 2005 through 2006. The Absolute Infinite Crisis came out December 2023, 264 pages. So it was just recently in Comic Book Editions 265 that I showed Infinite Crisis issue number 3 that I added into my collection. It had a beautiful George Perez, Phil Jimenez Wonder Woman size cover. So this is, of course, is in the oversized slipcase, and it collects the entire Infinite Crisis series. And then it also gives you some extras. And I like when they do these extras in these Absolute editions, because to me it feels like bonus material, like if you bought a DVD. And some of the bonus material or the extras included here are the initial series proposal, the script, and the art breakdowns for issue number 1, plus some more. So besides that singular issue of Infinite Crisis issue 3 that I showed, I have a version, a foreign edition version, that I showed in Comic Book Editions 145. That was an A-OK from my friend Mr. Fridge Art, and he sent me a version of it from Uruguay, which is cool. And I just have a couple Absolute collections in my comic book collection. The other ones that I have are a Wonder Woman one, I have a Crisis on Infinite Earths one, and then I have Absolute Justice League, which I showed that one in Comic Book Editions, volume 229. I kind of like the Absolute versions, the oversized, the pages are much bigger. And when you have events like this that feature so many different characters, I think the bigger pages, kind of like that are similar to the original artwork size paper that they would have used, is the best way to enjoy that, or at least the way that I really enjoy reading those. So we've read this on Fanboys Live in the Retro Review in the past, but to get a chance to sit down and just read this straight through and have, a physical copy of it is something that I think that I would enjoy and would reread in my collection. So I'm not done with George Perez items because George Perez was involved in Infinite Crisis. Here we have the George Perez poster portfolio. This was originally released in December of 2022. I've been seeing this since its initial release at my LCS and some other stores, and I've always been like, I should really get one of those. But when I saw it at Ollie's and for the price that they were asking for it, it was too good to resist. We have 42 pages in here. We have 20 different images, actually including an Infinite Crisis cover for number 1, which is shown here on the front of this. But on the back, you see some of the other posters that you get inside: New Teen Titans, Wonder Woman Crisis on Infinite Earths, Action Comics, Batman, Wonder Woman Volume 2, Justice League Volume 1, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Those are some of the titles. War of the Gods, Legion of Superheroes with Superboy. Those are some of the titles that are included. And these are really nice, well-done posters in the heavy cardstock. So I'm almost half tempted maybe to go back and get another one that I can frame up some posters for. It's certainly, I haven't ruled that out of the realm of possibility of doing. But that wasn't the only poster book that I got at Ollie's. I found one for Brian Bolland as well. This released also at the same time that the George Perez was released. This was released in December of 2022. It also checks in at 42 pages, and it has the heavy cardstock, just like the other one. So some of the really nice work that they included here are Wonder Woman posters. Obviously, the reason that I wanted this. There's Animal Man. I see Captain Cold. There's some Flash. We have the Joker like they used in the front image. We have some Batman, Swamp Thing, Zatanna. Just some Superman. There's some really good options here. And Brian Bolland was, for Volume 2, a longtime Wonder Woman artist, too. And once again, another one of those that I thought maybe I should pick up a second one of these, too. Start opening them up and then have some framing options. You know, I could switch out the pictures, too. Just get a couple frames, and then I can switch them out from time to time. We'll see if I end up doing that. To be announced, I guess I should say. I'm getting ready to show you this big Marvel book that I've just added into my collection. But first, I want to remind you, if you're not subscribed to my channel, this is a perfect opportunity to do so. We've hit 1,000 subscribers a few months back. And in just a moment, I'll talk about my 1K party for the 1,000 subscribers. But if you're not subscribed, would love to have your subscription. Sharing this video on this channel with someone else is a great way to show support. I'll be asking for your comments at the end of the video of what you thought about what I shared today. Yeah, because I love reading your comments. They're welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. And giving the video a thumbs up, a heart, the algorithm really digs that too. So those are great ways that you can continue supporting the channel. Ever see a comic book and say, I need to get that comic book in my collection sometime. And maybe you don't at that time, and then at another time, the comic book kind of finds you? That's what I think happened in this next case. I wasn't actively hunting this comic book, but I think this comic book decided it wanted to be in my collection. And I am now smart enough, after missing several opportunities of being able to add books into my collection and passing on it because the time wasn't right for me, of learning that sometimes it's the right time for the book. And I was mentioning to my friends at Cowabunga Comics in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, how I was thinking about adding this book into my collection. Bing, bang, boom. They got one for me at a fantastic price. And now, Tales of Suspense, issue 57, is in the collection. The first appearance of Hawkeye. Now, I have a facsimile of this, which I showed in Comic Book Editions 165. But this is the real deal. Originally done in 1964. The cover images of Hawkeye that you see all over were actually taken from interior images. Don Heck doing the art on this. He does the cover and the interior. Stan Lee is the writer. On page 6, a couple fun things about this book. On page 6, Hawkeye mentions his powerful gloved hands, but he's not wearing any gloves in that panel. And then on page 12, Iron Man says that he found his missing right boot, but he was actually seen wearing his left boot instead. So, little fun things to just little continuity errors there. No Marvel, no prize for this boy. But I had been really wondering if I should get this book in my collection. And let me tell you why. It's expensive because it's the first appearance of Hawkeye. But I more wanted it because it's the third appearance of Black Widow. So in that same Comic Book Editions 165, I shared with you that at that time I got the second appearance of Black Widow. So I've had the first appearance of Black Widow, bought it as a childhood collector as a back issue. I think $3 is what it cost back then. It's crazy. So I've had the first appearance of Black Widow, got that second appearance of hers, slabbed, CGC. Didn't have the third appearance because it was expensive, because it being Hawkeye's first appearance. I had the fourth and fifth appearances of Black Widow. So now I have the first 5 consecutive appearances of Black Widow, even back when she didn't wear a costume to her getting into the costume. And I think it's Avengers 16 is her next appearance, which, you know, is part of the lineup change. So that is a little bit more expensive book, but who knows? I'm not going to rule it out, the possibilities of maybe getting it in the future. I am just so psyched to have this. Sure, it's lower grade, but it's complete and the covers are attached, and that's what counts to me. Potential candidate for pressing and cleaning. I don't know, maybe I would grade it too. I wouldn't rule that out either, but sometime in the future, after the holidays, I'll reach out to my presser and see what his opinion on what he could do with this book is. But I'm just so stoked and happy to have this in my collection. I think next year in 2026, you'll see me going after more key books and completing more collections than you'll see me spending more money on just $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 books instead. So I don't know. That's kind of the way I feel that my collecting might be going into the new year, but time will end up telling. Just so happy at this point right now that I have an original one of these, and I've answered the question, am I going to get one of these or not? The answer is yes. And when the price was as good as Cowabunga offered it for me, I couldn't resist. Too good to resist. So that is my big Marvel first appearance. Now, you know I'm wearing the Hawkeye shirt reveal for today's video. But I'm not done with stuff. In just a moment, I want to share with you my grand prize for my 1,000 subscriber contest. Before I get to that, I want to talk to you about what's coming up on the channel. So this is my last comic book editions video for this year. And we did the final Fanboys Live and the Retro Review this past weekend with special guest Man Cave Comics, and we looked at some Golden Age Batman. We did the first appearance of Robin, first appearance of Catwoman, and the first 2 appearances of the Joker. That was a fun show this past weekend. So Fanboys will be off for about a month or so, as we normally do, and take our holiday break. Tomorrow night, December 17th, will be JLA versus Avengers on John's Comics with Friends YouTube channel, and we're looking at issue 20 from volume 1 from each run. There is also a playlist folder for the show on my channel. If you've missed this, if you're watching this video and December 17th is already passed so you can't participate live, it's already been archived in that playlist folder, so you can find that there. What will continue are my back issue of the weeks, and I've been so fortunate that these back issue of the weeks have just been doing fantastic in the last several weeks. 1K views, 1.7K views, 3K views. I've just been thrilled with it. This week's back issue of the week is on Micronauts. So can that get 1K view? I don't know. It is a Micronauts comic book. I don't have a lot of them in my collection, but it is a Micronauts comic book that guest stars the Fantastic Four. So maybe that will help it, but check it out if you haven't seen it. And my back issue of the weeks, like I said, will continue while the channel essentially otherwise is on holiday break into next month. So one of the things that is coming up next month, and I'll be announcing the specific date in a video that will drop sometime actually during my break. So probably in early January, you're going to see a video pop up on my channel with all of the details on my 1,000 subscriber contest. I've been gathering prizes, and I'm excited about what I'm going to be giving away. I think there's a lot of cool things that I'm giving away. I think what I'm giving away are things that represent me, the things that I love, and my channel. And I've even had a few community members that said, yeah, I want to add something into your giveaway as well. So I think it's going to be a fun time. But now I am ready to reveal to you what the grand prize is going to be for the 1K event. There's a lot of people that I know that are searching for this comic book, because there's a lot of people I know that are working on their Wonder Woman Volume 2 run. So as the grand prize, we're going to have Wonder Woman issue 184 CGC 9.6 with this amazing Adam Hughes cover of the modern Wonder Woman meeting the Golden Age Wonder Woman. And this was part of a 2-part story that's actually a fantastic read about Diana going into the past and coming across Hippolyta, who's Wonder Woman at the time, and she can't let Hippolyta know that it's her. And Hippolyta, a little bit wiser than Diana gives her credit for. So this is going to be the grand prize when we do the 1K party. And there will be information on how you can enter to win this coming up in a video, like I said, in early January that we'll post on my channel. It will probably be the next full-length recorded video that posts to my channel outside of the back issues of the week, which are shorts. So look for details on that, and you'll be able to win this by commenting on that video. Now, we will have prizes that will be only available to win if you're able to join our live stream as well. More details about the entire event and the reveal date of the event coming up in the next video in early January. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that Wonder Woman Volume 2, 184 9.6, and I think this book is like somewhere in the $150 to $200 range in this grade, is the grand prize that I'm going to be giving away in that 1K celebration. So keep your eyes on my channel for more details soon. That brings us to the end of Comic Book Editions Volume 267. What was your favorite thing out of everything that I showed today? Do you have anything that I showed in your collection? Are you hunting for anything that I showed in your collection? I want to dialogue about all of this and more in the comment section. As I said before, your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. Thank you for your friendship. This is the year that my channel hit the 1,000 subscribers. I'm never going to forget that. I am really excited for 2026. And I'm not only excited for me, but I'm sending excitement and well wishes and hopes that you have a fantastic 2026 as well. And let's enjoy our time together next year. I know I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for making it to the end of today's video. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.